Welcome to this week's edition of GRTV News. Saber Interactive, mostly known for their game Time Shift, have discovered a brand new force of nature never used in games before, called gravity. The game is called Inversion. It's going to be released for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 next year. And it's described as a third-person co-op action game where you use the mighty weapon Grappler to not only combat your enemies, but also to solve puzzles. After 12 years and 16 games appearing on such various consoles as the 3DO, the Saturn, up to PlayStation, and the HD consoles of today, EA has announced that Need for Speed franchise has sold over 100 million copies worldwide. Add to that Need for Speed Shift was released early September, and Need for Speed Nitro is going to be released for the DS and the Wii next month. Well, there's going to be a lot more million Need for Speed sold. Transmission Games, who recently released the flight game Heroes Over Europe, has closed down after the company failed to secure any new contracts after their latest games. The Melbourne-based company was one of Australia's largest game companies, having more than 100 employees. PlayStation 3 managed to sell close to 500,000 units during September, which was the first month that the new slim version of the console was out on the market. It surpassed both the Wii and the Xbox 360. But the most sold game during September was, not very surprisingly, Halo ODST, which sold close to 1.5 million copies. Wii Sport Resorts was in second place with 440,000 copies, while the Beatles Rock Band topped Guitar Hero 5 as the most popular music game that month. More bad news for the games industry now, with Sony cutting half the employees of their Idle Minds studio. Idle Minds is responsible for the game Pain, which was released for the PlayStation Network back in 2007. And even though they haven't released a new game since, they've been hard at work with downloadable content for that very title. A listing on the Australian Classification Board have caught the attention of gamers around the world, since it has revealed the title of the next Ghost Recon game, which in full is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Predator. The game is listed as a multi-platform title with no particular platform revealed, but I think we can all assume which platforms it will be released for, and hopefully, holding my fingers crossed, that it will feature both Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny Glover. Sid Meier has announced that Civilization is coming to the social network Facebook next year. It's called Civilization Network, and you'll be able to play a persistent game of Civilization against your friends. If it turns out that the game is based on Civilization 2, I have a bad feeling that it will overtake my current MMO addiction. Prior to release, EA described Dead Space Extraction as an experiment to see if matured-themed titles could sell for the Wii. Now it seems like the experiment was a failure, since during the first 5 days of sale, the game sold 9,200 copies in the United States and didn't even register on the top 40 games list in the UK. So in the future we'll just have to see if EA will spend any money releasing matured-themed games for the Wii. That's it for this week. It's so cold in Copenhagen now that I'm gonna go home, put myself under a blanket, and play some Brutal Legend. But until next week.